I was applying hair removal cream to my buttocks this morning, and that got me thinking, tornadoes exist in Norman Sky, and they are super rare. Like, I'm not even kidding, super ultra rare. There is no category past rare that I can use to describe just how freaking rare these occurrences are. And in today's video, we are going to attempt to track one down. So let's get into today's video. So first things first, how do we even know that these tornadoes actually exist in Norman Sky? Well, here's some backstory. So released today was this by Sean Merritt over on Twitter, a hotfix 4.08 releasing on all platforms. I seen this, didn't think too much of it, I just thought it was going to be some bug fixes, and that's what it is. But when we click on this actual link, this is what it shows us. Now, as I'm going about reading what the bug fixes are, you can see there's only about 4 of them, but the second one down there is what is actually incredible. Fixed a visual glitch with tornado rendering on the Nintendo Switch. What the F? Tornadoes in Norman Sky. I've never seen one, so that definitely piqued my curiosity. That one line furiously grabbed my attention, so I decided to do a little bit of digging to try and figure out where these tornadoes could possibly be and on what specific planets. And I didn't actually get much information, but honestly, let me tell you, information is so sparse. I found literally hardly anything on the topic. However, I did find a few key pieces. Now, first of all, I found this. 8 months ago, this chap posted, I didn't even know tornadoes were a thing until it yanked me off the ground. 8 months ago again, I was totally caught off guard and had a blast getting thrashed like a leaf in the wind. And then another user put, same, this happened to me the other day. It warned me about some kind of extreme storm threat or some such, and it was like a crazy feeling. But that's 3 eyewitness accounts of tornadoes hitting the ground and actually interacting with said users. So not only is it totally amazing that we have 3 eyewitness accounts of this actually happening, but it also gives us some vital piece of information. On the 3rd comment, look at the detailed description, extreme storms. So that means that these tornadoes are generated via extreme storms, and that's exactly where we are going to be starting today. So now we need to try and find a superstorm planet or something that has extremely bad weather, some kind of blue planet system, maybe even a red planet might have some superstorms on it. But how am I going to filter out what does and what does not have said storms? Now, the first idea I had was basically go into my ship, go to a few galaxies, and hopefully go eeny, meeny, miny, more, and just scan a few planets. That'll tell me all the information, it'll tell me what the weather is, so on and so on. However, this was going to be incredibly slow. Yes, it's a lot more meticulous. However, as you see here, I'm having to physically track down the lines, look at the planets, and it was just going to be an absolute ball ache to try and find one of the planets that I am looking for. But then I had a brainwave. What if I call in my freighter and use the new pulse function in said freighter that scans all the planets simultaneously, and that then should give me the ones that I'm looking for. So rather than just looking at individual planets, I can see all of them at the same time, and it gives me that vital weather information, which is exactly what I went ahead and did. So using the new planetary probe that you can get on freighters now, I'm able to scan the entire solar system at once, which gives me some amazing results. Now we have a look inside, you can see there on the planet data at the top left, it says weather, which is fantastic because now I can scan systems instantly, and I can also use the freighter to travel from one system to the next. Now at this point I'm about an hour in, And I've been randomly going to all different systems of different colours, and I just wasn't getting anywhere. I just couldn't find one that gave me the superstorm I was looking for. In fact, none of the planets that I visited, or systems that I visited, had the planets in them that said superstorm. And I was just wondering why. I was just getting so frustrated. And it turns out only blue star systems with activated elements such as activated indium have the rare chance, and again, it's a very rare chance to have one with the superstorm weather which we are looking for. So to give you a small idea to how many blue systems I have currently been to on this venture so far, the list goes on and on and on. It's actually ridiculous. Now, I want to show you something real quick. Now, these are all of the clips I've taken for this video. And as you can see, they're all date and time stamped and whatnot. However, look at this clip right here. 45 minutes and 53 seconds. That isn't 45 seconds, that's 45 minutes. Going on to the next one, an hour and 52 minutes 45. Going on to the next one, 2 hours 51 minutes 55 of continuous recording. That is how much time I've spent on today's project of just pure recording. So after a very long while, I found a blue star system with an electrical superstorm. I'm really excited, and the planet, as you can see, looks absolutely phenomenal. And going off what that Reddit post said, this should be the perfect candidate to spawn tornadoes. So here we go, super excited. This is the very first superheated rainstorm on this particular planet, and I'm hoping that it should net me some results. Now, I don't know how frequently tornadoes are supposed to drop. At this time, I had no clue. So, in anticipation, I wait, and then nothing happens. As you can see, I'm in the storm here, and it's literally nothing. There's not even any electrical storm. There's no thunder. There's nothing. It's literally just a bunch of wind. So, I didn't get my hopes up, but I stayed in the same position, and I waited for the next one. The next one pulls up, and I'm super excited. I'm thinking, okay, let's see some action. It also produces lightning, which is great because that's what we are looking for. But sadly, this didn't net anything either. The storm was over fairly quickly, and I was just left waiting on the planet yet again. So then I thought, well, you know what? I need to build a little bit higher because my field of view with all these trees could be obscuring any tornadoes that are hitting on the ground, and maybe I just can't see because there's so much foliage on the ground. So I built a little bit higher in the trees, and that gives me a fairly decent vantage point. So then I wait for the next superstorm. So the next one comes up whilst I'm on my podium. Again, super exciting, but nothing happened. And that was the same over and over and over again. In fact, I spent near enough 2 hours on this one very planet waiting about for this tornado to appear, going through different storms, and nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I did notice one vital thing. On some storms, the wind would pick up. On other storms, the lightning would be appearing. On other storms, nothing would really happen at all apart from the heat would go up. The storms all seem to be slightly different each and every time. However, I was going into more deep dives on Google on my phone whilst I was just hanging around, and I did manage to find some video evidence of tornadoes. So after meticulously searching YouTube, I got 4 videos I want to show you of people actually encountering tornadoes in the wild, and I'll have a link to these videos in the description down below.
What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why am I flying away from the ship?
Tornado, and they will show up on extreme weather planets.
Guys, honestly, how incredible is that? Now, those are the only documented cases with video evidence of tornadoes in No Man's Sky. So we know that they are real with that evidence. So I came to this planet, it's another planet, because I'd already spent 2 hours on the last one and I was about to pull my hair out. So I found another planet because I thought, well, maybe, again, they only spawn on certain planets. So even though you find a super storm planet, you're not always guaranteed. And again, with storms being different, as that's what I've learned from the last planet, then maybe this one may net different results. Yeah, guys, it really didn't. So obviously I'm talking to you through post now, and as you can see, I was on this planet for 3 hours, or 2 hours 50 minutes to be exact, and I went through storm after storm after storm and got absolutely nowhere. So where does that leave us? I spent the entire day hunting down a tornado that didn't come to fruition, but we know that they exist through documented cases, through eyewitness accounts, through posts. However, we have to look at it at a different perspective. Those are just a handful of accounts. And if you think about how many people play No Man's Sky on a daily basis, how come there's not more evidence of tornadoes, not more footage? My only conclusion to this is just that these are such rare weather events that you've literally got to be lucky in a 1 in a million chance of it happening to you. But I will continue to try and find one, and I will document every last small speck of it if I can get it to happen. But you, the viewer, I want you to go out there and find tornadoes yourself. Now, the categories seem to be this. It needs to be in a blue star system. I've activated Indium on the planet because that gives you the superstorm weather event. If you can find a planet like that, go ahead, and you very well may be one of the very few people in the entire world that has ever witnessed a tornado in game. Anyway guys, that is where I'm going to leave you today. Thank you all very much for watching, and as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.